Welcome, seekers of mental serenity and strength, to our guide on conquering the inner turmoil that shadows our paths to growth and happiness. In the realm of our minds, where thoughts ceaselessly ebb and flow, a significant fraction veers into the realm of negativity, sowing seeds of doubt, insecurity, and fear. These unwelcome visitors subtly dictate our emotions and actions, often unbeknownst to us, pulling us into a vortex of pessimism that detracts from the essence of our being. Yet, amidst this battle within lies the potent blend of psychology and Stoic philosophy, a beacon of hope designed to empower us with the tools to reclaim the sanctity of our thoughts. As we embark on this journey together, we invite you to delve into a discourse that intertwines the ancient wisdom of Stoicism with modern psychological practices, crafting a formidable arsenal against the specters of negativity. Before we unveil these strategies, we encourage you to lend your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel, embarking on a shared odyssey towards enlightenment and inner peace. 1. Detachment from thoughts, navigating the mind's whispers. Grasping the concept that you are inherently more than the sum of your thoughts is a foundational step in overcoming negativity. Stoicism, with its deep roots in understanding human nature, guides us toward recognizing that our core essence extends well beyond the transient thoughts that flicker through our consciousness. This ancient philosophy encourages us to view our thoughts as if they were leaves floating down a stream, observable but separate from the essence of the water itself. This process of detachment involves cultivating an awareness that allows us to observe our thoughts without becoming entangled in them. Imagine standing on a bridge overlooking a stream, watching leaves, your thoughts, drift by below. Some leaves might capture your attention more than others, but ultimately they all flow past, leaving the stream, your essence, unchanged. By learning to see thoughts as external, ephemeral phenomena, we can start to dissociate our sense of self-worth and reality from the often negative narratives our minds produce. This doesn't mean ignoring our thoughts or dismissing them as unimportant. Rather, it's about developing a mindfulness practice that enables us to recognize thoughts for what they truly are, fleeting, non-definitive whispers of the mind. Embracing this Stoic practice empowers us to break free from the cycle of negative thinking. It teaches us that while we may not have control over every thought that enters our mind, we do have control over how we engage with those thoughts. By fostering an attitude of detached observation, we open the door to a more serene, resilient state of being, one where negative thoughts are seen not as reflections of our worth, but as passing shadows that do not hold sway over our inner tranquility. 2. Shielding against negativity, cultivating an optimism oasis. In today's digital age, we find ourselves amidst a relentless barrage of information, much of which skews towards the negative. This constant influx can shape our worldview, color our thoughts, and, if left unchecked, steep our minds in pessimism. Stoicism, with its pragmatic approach to life's challenges, offers us a strategy to fortify ourselves against this tide of negativity. It encourages us to exercise discernment in the information we consume and the interactions we engage in, thus creating a nurturing environment for positivity to flourish. To shield yourself from negativity, start by making mindful choices about the sources of information and entertainment in your life. Opt for content that uplifts, educates, or inspires, rather than that which dwells on despair or sensationalism. This selective approach applies equally to social media, news outlets, and even the genres of books and movies you choose. The goal is to curate an input stream that contributes to a positive mental landscape, rather than detracting from it. Equally important is the nature of our personal interactions. Endeavor to surround yourself with individuals who embody optimism and resilience. Conversations with such people can act as bulwarks against despair, reinforcing your ability to perceive challenges as surmountable and life as inherently valuable. This doesn't mean shunning friends in need, but rather striving for a balance that ensures your own mental well-being isn't compromised by constant exposure to negativity. Creating a sanctuary of optimism also involves practicing gratitude and focusing on the aspects of life that bring joy and fulfillment. Whether through a gratitude journal, mindfulness practices, or simply taking moments throughout the day to acknowledge what you appreciate. These habits can significantly shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. By actively filtering the information you absorb and cultivating a positive environment, you take significant strides in protecting your mental space from negativity. This Stoic-inspired shield not only guards against external pessimism, but also nurtures an inner wellspring of optimism, resilience, and contentment. 3. Discerning imagination from reality, navigating the mind's maze. In the intricate dance of thoughts and perceptions, it becomes crucial to separate the chimeras of our minds from the concrete realities of our lives. Negative thoughts often arise not from our actual circumstances, but from the stories we tell ourselves about what might happen in the future or how others might perceive us. Stoicism, with its emphasis on rationality and control over one's own mind, encourages us to scrutinize these narratives, challenging their truth and relevance. To navigate this maze of imagination versus reality, mindfulness practices serve as a powerful tool. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we can escape the gravitational pull of hypothetical worries and unfounded fears. Mindfulness teaches us to focus on the here and now, observing our current experience without judgment or attachment to specific outcomes. This presence prevents the mind from wandering into the realms of negativity that do not reflect our reality. One effective way to practice this is through mindful breathing or meditation, where the focus on each breath serves as an anchor, bringing you back to the present whenever your mind begins to drift toward negative imaginings. Another method is to engage in a reality check whenever you notice a negative thought taking hold, asking yourself, is this thought based on fact or fiction? Is it happening right now, or am I projecting into the future? By developing the skill to discern imagination from reality, you reduce the fertile ground in which unfounded fears and negativity grow. This discernment does not mean dismissing all concerns or ignoring potential risks, but recognizing when your mind is creating distressing scenarios without basis in your current reality. Through mindfulness and the Stoic practice of rational examination, you can navigate life with a clearer vision, rooted in the present and free from the shadows of imagined negativity. 4. The path of achievable goals, crafting success through realism. Embarking on the journey of self-improvement and mental wellness necessitates setting goals that are not only inspiring but also attainable. This approach, deeply rooted in Stoic pragmatism, advocates for the wisdom of aiming for objectives within our reach. By breaking down our aspirations into manageable, realistic targets, we convert the overwhelming into the achievable, fostering a sense of progress and accomplishment with each step forward. To navigate this path effectively, begin by clearly defining your goals, ensuring they align with your values and current life situation. This alignment ensures that your objectives resonate deeply with your personal journey, enhancing motivation and commitment. Next, segment these goals into smaller, actionable milestones. This segmentation transforms the journey into a series of manageable steps, each an opportunity to demonstrate your resilience and fortitude. As you reach these milestones, take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate your progress. These celebrations are not mere acts of self-congratulation, but powerful affirmations of your growing capabilities and strength. They serve as reminders that progress, no matter how incremental, is a clear indication of your evolving resilience and effectiveness. This Stoic-inspired pathway of setting and achieving realistic goals underscores the importance of patience and persistence. It teaches us that success is not a distant, monolithic achievement, but a tapestry woven from countless small victories. Embrace each of these victories, for they are concrete manifestations of your resilience, dedication, and growth. In doing so, you not only move closer to your overarching aspirations, but also cultivate a mindset of positivity and capability that enriches all areas of your life. 5. The practice of externalizing concerns, harnessing the worry jar technique. In our quest for mental tranquility, it's crucial to find effective strategies for managing the myriad concerns that cloud our minds. The worry jar technique emerges as a practical tool, inspired by Stoic practices of objectivity and rational examination. for externalizing and compartmentalizing our worries. This method involves writing down each specific concern on a piece of paper and placing it in a designated jar or container, symbolically removing the worry from your immediate mental space. The act of physically transferring worries into the jar serves multiple purposes. First, it allows you to momentarily detach from these concerns, providing a much-needed break from continuous mental churn. This physical separation can reduce the immediate emotional charge, giving you the breathing room necessary to approach your worries with a clearer head. Once your concerns are externalized, set aside dedicated time to review them with intentionality. This practice turns an often passive and relentless stream of worry into an active, controlled process. During this review, you'll likely find that some worries are unfounded or beyond your control, echoing the Stoic discernment between what we can change and what we must accept. For the concerns within your power to influence, this method offers an opportunity to plan concrete steps towards resolution, reinforcing a sense of agency and control. The worry jar technique is more than a mere coping mechanism. It's a practice of mental discipline that cultivates strength and clarity. By compartmentalizing worries and addressing them systematically, you embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom and courage, tackling life's challenges with a composed and strategic mindset. Let this simple yet powerful tool guide you in transforming your relationship with worry, moving from a position of anxiety to one of empowered action. 6. Conquering perfectionism, the liberation from unrealistic standards. Perfectionism, often masquerading as a virtuous pursuit of excellence, can become a formidable adversary on our journey towards self-improvement. Recognizing perfection as an unattainable illusion is crucial in mitigating its grip on our lives. This illusion not only fuels a cycle of undue stress and self-criticism, but also hinders our ability to appreciate our efforts and achievements. In the spirit of Stoic wisdom, it's essential to reinterpret our relationship with flaws and errors. Instead of viewing mistakes as failures or shortcomings, we can see them as vital, instructive components of our personal development. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once remarked, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This perspective encourages us to embrace challenges and setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than obstacles to our progress. To conquer perfectionism, begin by setting realistic, achievable goals that challenge you without setting the bar impossibly high. Cultivate a mindset that values effort and progress over flawless execution. When mistakes occur, as they inevitably will, approach them with curiosity and a willingness to learn rather than self-reproach. Celebrating small victories and incremental progress is another effective strategy for overcoming perfectionism. This practice fosters a sense of accomplishment and helps build confidence, countering the perfectionist narrative that nothing less than flawless is acceptable. By actively embracing our imperfections and viewing mistakes as essential stepping stones, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of perfectionism. This approach not only enhances our resilience and adaptability, but also enriches our journey towards personal growth with a deeper sense of fulfillment and self-compassion. 7. Choosing focus, mastering the abandonment technique. In navigating the terrain of our minds, where negative thoughts can often run rampant, the deliberate act of choosing where to direct our focus becomes an essential skill for maintaining mental well-being. The abandonment technique emerges as a powerful strategy for this purpose, offering a way to consciously shift our attention away from unproductive or harmful thoughts towards activities and interactions that add value and joy to our lives. This technique involves a two-step process. First, recognizing when your mind is entangled in negative thought patterns, and second, making a deliberate decision to abandon these thoughts in favor of focusing on positive, life-enriching actions. Whether it's immersing yourself in a hobby that brings you pleasure, dedicating effort to meaningful work, or engaging in uplifting social interactions, the key is to choose activities that engage your attention fully, leaving little room for negativity to persist. Practicing the abandonment technique requires mindfulness and self-awareness to catch yourself in the act of negative thinking. Once aware, gently remind yourself of your power to choose your focus, It's helpful to have a list of go-to activities or tasks that you know can effectively shift your mindset. This could include anything from reading, writing, playing an instrument, or exercising to volunteering, spending time with loved ones, or working on a project you're passionate about. By implementing this technique, you're not merely escaping negative thoughts, but actively cultivating a mindset oriented towards growth, positivity, and engagement with the world around you. This practice not only diminishes the space and energy available for negativity to thrive, but also enhances your overall quality of life through meaningful action and connection. Embrace the abandonment technique as a tool in your arsenal for mental well-being. Let it guide you in making conscious choices about where to focus your energies, steering your life towards a path marked by enrichment, fulfillment, and a deep-seated sense of purpose. 8. Questioning the critic within, the power of self-inquiry. The inner critic, with its relentless barrage of negative thoughts and doubts, can be a formidable adversary in our pursuit of mental well-being and personal growth. Arming ourselves with the tool of critical thinking becomes essential in challenging and interrogating the validity and origins of these negative intrusions. By adopting a stance of self-inquiry, we can dissect these thoughts, discern their truthfulness, and understand their genesis, which in turn fosters a mindset imbued with resilience and less swayed by the caprices of unfounded negativity. This process of questioning the critic within involves a few key steps. First, when a negative thought arises, pause and acknowledge its presence without immediate acceptance as truth. Next, engage in a dialogue with this thought. Is there evidence supporting its validity? What are the counter-arguments? Often you'll find that many negative thoughts are based on distorted perceptions or unfounded fears rather than objective facts. Understanding the root of these thoughts is equally crucial. Are they stemming from past experiences, insecurities, or perhaps external influences? Unraveling their origins can provide insights into why your mind resorts to these patterns, offering clues on how to address underlying issues and heal from past wounds. Practicing this form of self-inquiry not only diminishes the power of the inner critic, but also cultivates a more compassionate and understanding relationship with oneself. It encourages a shift from a default state of self-criticism to one of self-support, where negative thoughts are met with curiosity and a desire for understanding rather than acceptance or resignation. Embrace the practice of questioning the critic within as a daily exercise in mental fortitude. This approach, grounded in critical thinking and self-reflection, empowers you to navigate through negativity with discernment and grace, building a foundation for a life experienced with greater clarity, confidence, and resilience. 9. Reframing Perspectives, the art of seeing differently. Cognitive reframing emerges as a pivotal technique in the realm of personal growth and emotional resilience, encouraging us to identify the silver linings and invaluable lessons hidden within less favorable circumstances. This deliberate shift in perspective is not about denying the difficulties we face, but about choosing to view them through a lens that highlights potential gains and growth opportunities. By engaging in this practice, we cultivate a mindset that readily transforms challenges into catalysts for personal development and strength. The process begins with recognizing a negative viewpoint you might hold about a situation. Instead of accepting this perspective as an unchangeable truth, you challenge yourself to see the scenario from different angles. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience contribute to my growth? What strengths can I develop as a result? This questioning opens up new pathways of thought, allowing you to see beyond the immediate discomfort and towards the potential benefits and growth that can arise. For instance, facing a professional setback might initially seem purely detrimental. However, reframing it as an opportunity to reassess your career goals, to acquire new skills, or to strengthen your resilience and adaptability reveals the hidden advantages of the situation. Similarly, personal challenges can be reinterpreted as chances to deepen self-understanding, to develop empathy, or to forge stronger relationships with those who support you through tough times. This shift towards reframing perspectives nurtures a resilient, adaptable mindset, It encourages an approach to life where obstacles are not dead ends but detours on the path to growth. It's a practice that aligns with the Stoic belief in the power of our perceptions to shape our experience of the world. By choosing to see challenges as stepping stones, we not only navigate life's ups and downs more effectively, but also enrich our journey with continuous personal development and a deepened capacity for joy and gratitude. Embrace cognitive reframing as a tool for transformation. Let this shift in perspective guide you towards a more resilient, growth-oriented approach to life, where every challenge is a doorway to new strengths and insights. 10. The power of interjection, mastering the stop technique. Harnessing the power of interjection through the stop technique offers a practical and immediate method for curtailing the momentum of negative thoughts. This strategy involves the use of verbal cues or deliberate physical actions as signals to interrupt the flow of unproductive thinking, creating a mental crossroads where one can consciously choose to steer thoughts in a more positive direction. The essence of this technique lies in its simplicity and the instant shift it can provoke in our mental state. When you find yourself spiraling into negative thought patterns, the act of firmly telling yourself stop, either aloud or in your mind, serves as a circuit breaker. For a more tactile approach, some may choose to snap a rubber band lightly worn on the wrist or to press a designated pause button, such as a specific object kept in one's pocket or on a desk. These physical actions reinforce the mental command, embedding the interruption more deeply into your consciousness. Following the interjection, it's crucial to redirect your focus towards constructive or uplifting thoughts. This redirection could involve shifting attention to a gratitude list, engaging in a brief mindfulness exercise, or simply focusing on a task or activity that brings joy or satisfaction. The goal is to replace the negative with something that nurtures positivity, thereby reprogramming the mind's default responses over time. Implementing the stop technique cultivates a sense of control over one's mental processes. It empowers individuals to become active participants in shaping their internal narrative, rather than passive recipients of whatever thoughts may arise. This method echoes the Stoic principle that while we may not have control over external events, we do have considerable power over our reactions and internal dialogue. Incorporate the stop technique into your toolkit for managing negative thoughts. With practice, this method of interjection and redirection becomes a powerful ally in maintaining a positive outlook, enhancing your ability to navigate life's challenges with resilience and a proactive, optimistic mindset. 11. Celebrating progress, honoring every step of the journey. In the pursuit of personal growth and overcoming negativity, it's essential to recalibrate our focus from merely eyeing the end results to valuing the journey of progress itself. This shift in perspective underscores the importance of acknowledging and celebrating each step forward, regardless of its size. Such moments of progress, even when they seem minor, represent significant victories in the battle against negativity, bolstering our sense of self-worth and the acknowledgement of our achievements. Embracing this approach means recognizing that the path to overcoming challenges is often incremental, and that each small stride is a component of larger success. It involves setting aside time to reflect on and appreciate the efforts you've made and the distance you've traveled, not just the destination you're aiming for. This celebration of progress nurtures a positive feedback loop, where each recognized achievement fuels motivation and resilience. To implement this mindset, consider keeping a progress journal or setting regular reflection intervals, moments dedicated to looking back on what you've accomplished and how you've evolved. Within these reflections, identify specific actions, thoughts, or shifts in attitude that represent steps forward, no matter how seemingly inconsequential. It could be as simple as choosing a positive thought over a negative one, taking a moment for self-care on a stressful day, or reaching out for support instead of isolating. This practice of celebrating progress draws on the Stoic principle of focusing on what's within our control, our actions, efforts, and attitudes. By shifting our focus to the journey of progress, we cultivate a mindset that values growth and learning over perfection, and we learn to appreciate the richness of our experiences along the way. Incorporate the celebration of progress into your daily life, and let this renewed focus illuminate your path. Each acknowledged step forward not only diminishes negativity, but also strengthens your resolve and confidence, creating a foundation of self-worth and a sense of achievement that propels you further along your journey. As we conclude this exploration of psychology and Stoicism, we extend our gratitude for joining us on this path to mastering the mind. Engage with us in the comments below with your thoughts or insights, and consider exploring further content to deepen your understanding and practice of these life-enhancing strategies. Remember, the battle against negative thoughts is waged not with resistance, but with understanding, acceptance, and the deliberate choice to focus on the light of positivity. Journey on, armored with wisdom, towards a life of tranquility and fulfillment.